The Prince of the Air and the Rupture of Timelines. March 31, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. The Bible calls Satan the Prince of the Air, because his original domain was the air, the realm of ideas and beliefs and sound. Since his fall from grace, however, I tend to think of him as the Prince of Hot Air, the author of all Bushwah, the Doctor of Bunk, the Grand Master of Horse Hooey, father of all lies, perpetrator of fiction. Having lost his grip on the air, the realm of true ideas and beliefs, he was cast down into the sea, the dominion of international trade and Admiralty, that has, of course, been infected with his disease. A lie is any departure from the truth. At a very basic level, it doesn't matter why a lie, a departure from the truth, exists. A lie is separate from and is set apart from the truth, like a waste byproduct. This is what the refiner's fire in the Bible is about, the process of separating truth from lies and casting aside the impurities and dross. At the end, we emerge from this process in a state of purity and truth, and there is no longer any fault in us. Okay, so that is where we are all headed, ultimately. We all undergo this process of being refined like gold, melted in the heat of misery and the joy of exaltation, raised up and cast down, milled through our lifetime experience, learning from our mistakes, observing what we are here to observe, testing karma's cause and effect, bit by bit eating the bowls full of our sins, until we have no more sins left. In this process, we are all ashamed. We all fail the tests we are given. Not just once, but over and over and over. We don't learn important lessons from only one perspective. We have to do the full Monty and learn the all of it, which means we all play all of the different roles and taste all the variations of experience. We are the oppressors and we are the victims, we are the true loves and the jilted and the cads, we are all forced to play all the roles there are, until we know and are able to recognize them, and not just from the perspective of knowing what the role is, but from the perspective of having been there, played it, and taken home the experience. We all have the soaring moments when we go over the top and pass the test with flying colors. And we all have the moments of truly epic failure, when we betray our highest selves and everyone else in the theater. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. But what all this is leading to, is being able to recognize and be part of the truth. Think about that. The truth. Satan's realm is the realm of make-believe. It's the realm of images and fakes, falsehoods, and vain imagination. Pornography is a good example of what Satan is about. We see images on the page, and we know that they are just images on the page, but we react to the images just the same. Money is another good example. Objectively, we know that what we carry around as money is just paper or little rounds of metal or even a plastic card. It couldn't possibly be more fake or arbitrary, but we use this symbol to buy and sell things. Sometimes we even sell ourselves. Again, as with pornography, money is fake, and we all have cause to know that it is fake, but we react to it as if it's real. Are you seeing the pattern here? We are delusional. Tricked. Some of us are so far gone as to believe that living people can be redefined as special purpose vehicles and go around talking glibly about SPVs, as if these constructs of their imagination are real. A similar process happens when they wander around with a clipboard and assign street numbers to property that belongs to others, and then use the street names and numbers to claim an interest in that property. It's all batshit crazy when you realize what they are claiming, and the basis for their claims and actions. It's complete Looney Tunes with ding-dongs on top. These basic functional irrationalities and their proliferation is causing a non-sequitur response in our brains, a sort of unconscious alarm bell, and, along with that, a vague sense of anxiety and unease. At the edge of our consciousness, we know something is wrong, but we aren't stopping and focusing on it long enough to perceive what is causing the alarm buzzer. It's like the fire alarm went off, we look around, there's no smoke visible, so we ignore the alarm, turn it off, and go back to sleep. The accumulation of lies, and of liars, continues as a result, until we need hip waiters to read the newspaper. Under such conditions, it becomes a desperate effort to sort through what is true and what is false, and our sense of reality becomes both schizophrenic and increasingly subjective. You can see this bifurcation of reality in the political dialogue going on in this country. In the world of Democrats, Joe Biden is a leader, even though he's a crook. Government control of everything and everyone is desirable as a moral imperative. Mountains are made out of rock candy. Taxes are good because they support welfare programs and kickbacks. And anyone who doesn't agree is the enemy. In the world of Republicans, leaders are cat herders. Government control of everything and everyone is necessary to maintain coercive power. Mountains are made out of minerals to be exploited or cashiered away, so that no competitors can exploit them. Taxes are good, so long as you can avoid paying them yourself. Anyone who doesn't agree is the enemy. This is what happens when truth becomes subjective and logic is overcome by self-interest and fear. As our mental playing fields polarize and diverge, a predictable rupture in our common experiential reality occurs. We are no longer living together mentally or emotionally, so physical reality begins to unwind, too. All sorts of weird things start to happen. We start observing the Mandela effect, on top of all the other confusion. Books no longer say what they used to say. Roads disappear. Landmarks change. Dems are Republicans and Republicans are Democrats. Cats start acting like dogs and men start acting like women. You start seeing newscasts from the future. Literally. You will assume that it's a typo when, on March 31 of 2020, you read a newspaper article about something that occurred in September of 2020, but what you are seeing is the Mandela effect. The news story is appearing in the now of this timeline, but it is being projected from a future standpoint. You, poor sod, can't tell if you are living through a zombie apocalypse or the promised resurrection. Powerful magnetic forces start to hum and buzz, and the magnetic pole starts to walk toward Siberia as oxygen in the atmosphere is hyper-energized by 5G transmissions and also thereby depleted in the usable form we need as biological organisms. Oxidation is disrupted at a cellular level and toxic waste products build up. Soon, we are sick, but we don't know the cause. Is it a new bio-engineered form of the flu, or radiation sickness caused by oxidative and electrical stress? With the Mandela activated, who knows? Anything could happen. Just as we, ourselves, go through a refining process to know the truth and to become the truth about ourselves, the world around us is being sorted out. The lies and delusions of many centuries are being brought to light and burned away, and as most of this mental world we live in was founded on self-interested lies and willful delusions, it should not surprise us that this process of revelation is causing huge disruption. The important take-home message is that the truth is the only thing that matters at the end of the day, and all this disruption is taking place for your good, so that the lies are weeded out, and the glorious truth shines through. Let it be, and be at peace, and keep your Shinola sensors set on high. The Prince of Bunk won't give up without a fight.